Hello, today's video we have the following content.
Wáng Yībó has led Feiyaya to become a super dark horse. Is it okay again? Speaking of Feiyaya down jacket, an old national brand, it can be said to be the super dark horse of this year's Double 11. On the day it was officially announced that Wáng Yībó became the chief spokesperson for Feiyaya down jackets, the total online transaction volume in all channels reached 200 million plus, down in single-day women's clothing top 1, small clothing live broadcast top 1, small men's clothing top 1, small women's down jackets top 1, small men's down jacket top 1. This old brand with a history of 51 years has begun to focus on developing the e-commerce track after undergoing a reorganization of brand shares in 2020. See the link for the transformation story, to create a national and cost-effective image. In 3 years, the Feiyaya brand has gone from omni-channel GMV of 80 million to omni-channel GMV exceeding 10 billion in 2022. From appearing in the Tibet Snow Mountain Live broadcast to appearing on the Milan Fashion Week catwalk, and then frantically recruiting spokespersons, Feiyaya's marketing actions have always been very generous. According to Chogeo statistics, Feiyaya has collaborated with 11 artists this year. From top celebrities like Wáng Yībó, to national artists such as Feiyaya, Qing, and Wanjin, to newcomers such as Chen Seoin and Wang Heron, Feiyaya has become a star harvester in the current era when traffic growth is slowing down and performance advertising is the priority. In this predicament, spokesperson marketing is considered by most brands to be a no longer cost-effective business. The most intuitive feedback cannot be seen, and the effect cannot be quantified. As a company with a strong e-commerce gene, Feiyaya brand director Suki said in a conversation with Chogeo that Feiyaya is using rational data-based thinking to do the emotional thing of spokesperson marketing. This makes the outside world wonder, how does Feiyaya choose its spokesperson? Recently, the price increase of domestically produced down jackets has also attracted public attention. For example, the down jacket brand Sky People, a down jacket brand owned by established manufacturers Bosideng and Yuan Fudeo, has sold down jackets for more than 7,000 yuan. Many netizens said, "I can no longer afford down jackets and consciously reduce consumption and wear military coats." In the context of consumption downgrade and public opinion, are these high-end down jackets selling well? Feiyaya, a domestic brand that also sells down jackets priced at 1,000 yuan, said that the sales of Feiyaya's high-end line products continue to grow. Whether it is in the mid to high price range or the mass price range, Feiyaya always strives to provide the ultimate cost-effectiveness based on the value of the product itself. Under the same down standards and fabrics, the price of Feiyaya styles remains stable compared to last year. In terms of brand positioning, Feiyaya's price-performance ratio is benchmarked against Uniqlo, and its digital industry chain operation is benchmarked against Shein. This 50-year-old brand has found its own way in new wine in old bottles. When the temperature drops, I need to buy a down jacket. I don't know how to choose, so I come to Feiyaya. When I buy it for myself, I can choose one for my parents, my son and my daughter. One shopping can solve the needs of the whole family. Suki said, Feiyaya hopes to create a closed the eye-catching national down jacket wardrobe provides everyone with a Manchuhan banquet from basic styles to personalized styles. Double 11 is often the first stop for sales of down jackets to explode during the peak season. If choosing the right spokesperson is the best harmony, cooling down is the best right time and right place. November 8, when Feiyaya officially announced Wáng Yībó, coincided with the beginning of winter, catching up with the widespread cooling across the country, which directly added fuel to the sales of down jackets. Wáng Yībó's three-wear goose down jacket with a removable inner lining sold out 120,000 pieces during Double 11. Suki said, "We have deep stockings of styles for artists' upper body in advance, but the final total sales volume is really surprising. We all joked that the specially opened Yībó dedicated production line was so busy that it was smoking. For this reason, we have more hundreds of production lines have been put into production to meet consumer demand." Chogeo: How did you come up with the idea of asking Wáng Yībó to be your spokesperson? Suki: Feiyaya has a brand development history of more than 50 years. After the share reorganization in 2020, we vigorously promoted the rejuvenation strategy. The spokesperson is our effective contact point with consumers. Wáng Yībó was a new generation artist born after 1995. He has multiple identities such as actor, singer, race car driver, and dancer. He has both nationality and commercial influence. Chopjio, are there any challenges in this collaboration? Suki, yes, the cooperation with Wáng Yībó itself is also a process of testing the strength of the brand. We noticed that Wáng Yībó has many endorsements, including endorsements for high-end luxury brands and top endorsements in various subcategories. As a brand in the down jacket subcategory, Feiyaya has experienced relatively rapid growth in market performance after the share reorganization in recent years. Combined with the brand's accumulation and renewal of brand assets over more than 50 years, it finally successfully passed a layer-by-layer review of the artist team and the demands of both parties. And the fit is very high. Of course, cooperation with top-notch artists does not happen overnight. It ends with a Weibo post on the day of the official announcement. The core test is the brand's ability to undertake, whether it is your products, operations or brand marketing, the ability to undertake will be tens of millions of times. Magnify infinitely with the attention. Chopjio, how do you feel about working with Wáng Yībó's team overall? Suki, professional. They already have a very mature and standardized cooperation process through many cooperations with high-end luxury brands and top brands in various subcategories, and the docking team has high business literacy. Our overall communication with the artist team is very efficient. Chop Pepper, in addition to Wáng Yībó, Feiyaya has signed nearly a dozen spokespersons this year. Why do you want to find so many celebrities? Suki, the apparel industry is an industry with high dispersion and extremely low concentration, which is completely different from food and catering. This industry pays attention to style. Thousands of people have thousands of aesthetics, and clothing is very particular about the upper body effect. Different people wear the same style of clothing and have completely different tastes. Feiyaya is positioned as a national brand, and its products cover men, women, old and young. With such a wide range of products, it is difficult for a single spokesperson to satisfy the clothing style imagination of everyone of all ages. Chopjio, what is the logic behind choosing these celebrities to sign? Suki. 1. Top, plus N, artists of multiple styles, diversified spokesperson matrix system. The existence of male spokespersons is to increase the proportion of Feiyaya men's clothing. Feiyaya's current market sales situation shows that the proportion of women's clothing is higher than that of men's clothing. In addition to Wáng Yībó, we also cooperate with male artists such as Chen Sayan, Chen Lei, and Jo Yuran. They are all niche actors who have produced hit dramas in recent years and have their own loyal fan groups. In addition, when it comes to the choice of upper body styles, we will also select some unisex styles for female fans to choose from. The female spokesperson focuses on tone and brand favorability. There are big Xingyi brands like Haiqing, Wanjin and Tonglia, attracting mature women over 30 years old. Although they are not on the front line of traffic, they have high national popularity due to the accumulation of their works over the years. The other category is post-95s actresses like Wang Haran and Sunjin who have small hit dramas, which can attract more young female groups to pay attention to Feiyaya. For example, Wang Haran recently played the role of Jiaoji in the popular ancient puppet Lotus House and attracted a wave of fans on social platforms. Chopjio, with so many spokesperson marketing cases, should we find an external advertising company to handle them, or do we have a large internal marketing team? Suki, the selection of all spokespersons is determined by the company after extensive market research data analysis. However, we will introduce professional third-party agencies to cooperate in the later shooting and marketing. Chopjio, it seems that you are very pragmatic. In the past, the purpose of finding spokespersons was more to improve the brand style. Now the logic seems to have changed. Suki, not all the blessings a spokesperson brings to the brand can be traced. My most obvious perception is that friends around me will send messages telling me that they saw Feiyaya's advertisements in Shanghai's Lijiazhu and Beijing's International Trade Center. Some people will also see our advertisements when taking the elevator in residential areas or office buildings. These exposures and conversions, it is difficult to obtain comprehensive statistics. Online traceability will be stronger, and the effect can be visualized through data. Chopjio, is the hit rate of popular products high? Suki, it's the nature of clothing that determines its flexibility. For example, the beauty industry will release several major products every year and focus on marketing certain functions. However, Consumers have different needs for makeup and skincare, such as anti-wrinkle, hydration, etc. There is no such thing as comprehensive skincare products, which means that beauty products can only focus on a certain number of customers. And we can provide multiple styles that have been tested by data verification to artists, and consumers can choose the one that suits them best. Faced with a gradually changing market environment, it is not difficult to see that, as a company with strong e-commerce genes, Feiyaya has a more forward-looking vision and updated traffic play access for celebrity spokesperson marketing activities, so that marketing activities can be both famous and popular. It can directly or indirectly empower different sales channels accurately and precisely.
Thank you for watching the video. If this is your first time watching a video, please subscribe to the channel, like and leave your comments to help us develop your channel.